looking at over 200 news articles, all of which are incredibly important. So let me just do this. Let me just give you a smattering of what's coming up here. Vatican introduces new security measures as the Vatican leaks scandal intensifies. And it is microchip tracker IDs. And if the Vatican is accepting microchip identification, no wonder Discover and MasterCard and Visa are all going to thumbprint paying, where soon you won't even be able to pay with a card, or if you do, they're going to demand fingerprint certification. And then they'll just segue into pure face scan and thumbprint. You'll pay with your face or your hand. I seem to have heard of that someplace, but you can argue either the Bible's true and is actually starting to happen, or you could argue it's really good science fiction, written in the last 2,000 plus years of the New Testament, Old Testament, 3,000 plus years, much of it, and that bad guys went and read it and said, this is a great idea. But you can't argue that it's happening. certainly is happening. Also, I saw a story today out of the London Telegraph dealing with their IRS, Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs is what it's called. And it's modeled, our IRS is modeled after that. It has pretty much the exact same rules. And I walked into it, Don Salazar and Kurt Nimmo, and I said, guys, that the IRS is doing this now under Patriot Act compliance, and it's a total violation of your Fourth Amendment. I said, just go look up the fact that the IRS is watching people's bank accounts through know your customer and suspicious transaction reports, but that's just the surface. They're dialed into your bank accounts. It's part of why there's so much fraud. You've got government agents stealing data for themselves, selling it to mafia groups, you name it. They give unlimited fake well, not fake, they're real, but they give it to fake identities, tax ID numbers to get tax returns and things, sometimes tens of millions per household. No one gets in trouble because it's being fenced into mafia groups. You don't think when they have, some homes getting $80+ million or $10 million, you saw those reports a few months ago, you don't think no one's being prosecuted just because they want to let the family keep that money. That's being fenced through mafia into mega banks that launder the money. You don't think the $500 billion a year in narcotics money going through the U.S., it's over $1 trillion worldwide every year. Yeah, the United States uses about half the drugs in the world, and we're 5% of the population. Wow, that is illegal drugs. We are just absolutely bombed out of our brains on average. We drink more alcohol than anybody in the world, even the Russians, on average now. But side issue, just little factoids there for you. Continuing here with the mafia government, lock your doors and prepare to defend your family. That's a new article by Michael Schneider from Economic Collapse blog we have up at Infowars.com. And he says, do you think that's an alarmist headline? Well, I am not the one saying this. Yeah, that's right. It came out last week. That is the county attorney and people there in San Bernardino saying the government can't protect you. Protect yourself. The city attorney of San Bernardino, California, told citizens. And it's a good article. I want to tie it into. No, the world's not going to end December 21st, but the good in the world, the justice in the world is dying the death of a trillion cuts. And there are many, many tens of billions of cuts into this process, and it's only going to get worse until we stop being so decadent. I think that's the central point that Ron Paul made during his speech. Some of the other news here, veteran journalist describes sexual assault, rape at the hands of TSA. Karen Kaplan, she's the editor, one of the editors over there at the Journal of Nature, and has been there 20 years and is highly respected. Yeah, when people go in your pants and in your body, it's rape. But it's to keep you safe from Al-Qaeda, the government publicly runs and is giving Libya and Syria. By the way, maybe I need a document cam shot on this. Right over here's a good spot. I think we've decided on this area as the document cam shot. We've kind of changed the studio around a little bit. Street artist behind satirical NYPD drone posters arrested. And free speech is the absolute most protected thing And doing it physically is the paramount. And the person, to get attention, went with their friends and put a few of these up in the poster kiosks over government propaganda, that the government uses our tax money against us in New York. And they've arrested them. They have now arrested the street artist. And it shows an image of a drone, and it says NYPD, and it shows the drone firing a missile at a running family. And it's those illegal alien crossing signs they have. I think that was a joke till I saw some in Arizona, because the illegals are running across the highways. You know, the man, the woman holding the little kid with the ponytail running. And it shows the missile going after him, because they are getting weaponized drones. But don't worry, they've arrested him like it's the Soviet Union. We have witnessed 2 terrible storms in the east, but we are still in the eye of the perfect storm. The most devastating economic conditions since the Great Depression, America's worst drought in agricultural history, and now the economic results of the presidential election. This perfect storm is a huge threat to everyone's food supply. I just doubled down and got even more supplies from eFoods Direct, and I recommend you do the same. It's time to get your own supply from eFoods Direct. I know I won't be standing in a bread line trading my freedom for food. I'm taking control of my future, and you're nuts if you don't do the same. Go to efoodsdirect.com/Alex to find the specials. And you can start with a holiday gift pack that's normally $80, now under $50. Remember, I can warn you, but I can't feed you. Call 800-409-5633 or efoodsdirect.com/Alex. Would you rather prepare 6 months too early or 1 day too late? 409-5633 or efoodsdirect.com/Alex.
This is a high Christmas priority for the survivalist on your gift list. For a very limited time, MyPatriotSupply.com is offering 30% off a special Christmas preparedness package, now through December 14th only. Stuff a stocking with a preparedness package that includes a 72-hour, 16-serving food kit, an emergency quick stove with 4 fuel discs, plus a 5-pack of replacement fuel discs, 2 LifeStraw personal water filters, 1 magnesium fire starter, a 4-pack of waterproof matches, and a $25 gift certificate to MyPatriotSupply.com. Regularly over $140, but now only $99. With free shipping to the lower 48, only from MyPatriotSupply.com, and only through December 14th. Hurry to MyPatriotSupply.com or call 866-229-0927. That's 866-229-0927. Before it's time to survive, it's time to prepare. Merry Christmas from MyPatriotSupply.com.
HempUSA.org brings you pure camuberry powder. This revolutionary powder contains 50 times the vitamin C of an orange, mixes with any juice or liquid, has 227 servings per container, and is made from naturally grown camu berries, not chemically produced in a laboratory. Order camuberry powder today. Call 908-691-2608 or visit HempUSA.org and see what our powder, seeds, and oil can do for you.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
What looks good under your Christmas tree and tastes even better? Big Berkey water filters. Yes, the gift of clean water. A gift that provides a great foundation for achieving good health in the lives of your loved ones. A Big Berkey water filter gives them protection from bacteria, heavy metals, chlorine, fluoride, pesticides and herbicides, VOCs and more. And best of all, a Big Berkey water filter is a gift that lasts for many years with no additional investment. And that saves time and money in filter replacements that other water filters require and are even powerful enough to purify treated, untreated, or even stagnant pond water. As always, all orders over $50 are shipped free, and GCN listeners get 5% off all ceramic filter systems. Order online at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com, spelled Big, B-E-R-K-E-Y, waterfilters.com, or call 877-99-BERKEY. That's 877-99-BERKEY. Gift well this Christmas. Give a Big Berkey water filter.
He's the T-Rex of political talk. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
Coming up, the editor of the New Yorker magazine, that is super insider, top of the Democratic Party food chain in New York, says Hillary is going to run for president. So we're going to be getting into that. PrisonPlanet.com report. Watson found the YouTube video of that. We're breaking that at Infowars.com. Also, veteran journalist describes sexual assault. As I mentioned, we're going to get into that. Morsi, the Muslim Brotherhood, and the globalist plan for Africa and the Middle East, why they're putting Muslim extremists in charge and dictators everywhere while calling it freedom. That is all coming up. Finishing up on the drones, then I'm going to get into the Second Amendment. This is going to backfire on the NYPD. I mean, the gentleman put up a couple posters, Assam Atta, showing a Predator drone firing a missile. It's very tastefully done because it shows the family running. It's just black silhouettes on a gray background. And it says NYPD drones. A street artist who hung satirical posters criticizing police surveillance activity has been arrested after the NYPD investigation tracked him to his doorstep. Wish they could track folks to the doorstep of the rapists and robbers and killers in New York with their high crime rate. Same thing in Chicago, but they can only seem to confiscate law-abiding citizens' guns. With the help of a small crew, the artist, now identified as Assam Atta, we're going to get him on the show, had placed the fake Big Brother-style adverts in locations throughout Manhattan using a fake Van Wagner maintenance van and uniforms to avoid detection. In the video, boy, that'd be great documentary to make, show him doing that. In a video interview with Animal New York, prior to his arrest, a voice scrambled and silhouetted. Atta explained that he placed the provocative ads to create a conversation about disturbing trends in police surveillance, alluding to recent efforts by the Department of Homeland Security to facilitate and accelerate the adoption of unmanned aerial drones by police departments. Sure, and they're now arming them, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so that's an article out of TheVerge.com. Here is the Washington Post this weekend. This weekend, drone crashes mount at civilian airports. Folks, I saw just a few weeks ago in my truck, and it was flying over me, so I almost ran off the road trying to pull over to get it, and it was already gone. But the point is, I saw undoubtedly a Global Hawk at what looked like stall speeds, because those are supposedly jet engines. And I've been in Cessnas. My dad's a pilot. You see when a Cessna's flying into the wind, it's going like 60 miles an hour. This was going a little faster, maybe 100. And I looked at it, and I'm like, that's a Global Hawk. And I got to the office, typed it in. Yeah, that's a unmarked white Global Hawk. I've seen a highway department drone. I got it on tape, pulled over, and I was able to get it on tape and find the controller. Crew around here have been running into drones. But here it is. Drone crashes mounted civilian airports. The U.S. Air Force drone on a classified spy mission over the Indian Ocean was destined for disaster from the start. An inexperienced military contractor in shorts and a T-shirt flying by remote control from a trailer at the Chinchillis International Airport committed a blunder after in 6 minutes on April 4th. He sent the unmanned MQ-9 Reaper drone off without permission from the control tower. A minute later, he yanked the wrong lever of his control, killing the engine without realizing why. And now the $8.9 million aircraft belly flopped. And then it just goes through all these other crashes of drones and drones over Denver, almost colliding with aircraft. I mean, let me tell you, I've flown into Chicago before, O'Hare.